How many of you are in zone F with your oldest kid? I am. That's for my kids. I have 4 unmarried kids. They're all millennials. They're all in their 20s. Boy, 4 millennials. That's like you with your all pink. I'm all millennial all the time in my house. It is a new gig. And see, not only is this age always been kind of hard to know how to be a dad to, but this age is really hard because the economy has basically screwed everybody between age 18 and 30. Don't you think? It is a different world. The actual taking inflation out of it, accounting for inflation, the cost of a college education today for my kids essentially is 4x in constant dollars what it was for me. Which means hardly anybody escapes today without debt. Some kids have crushing debt. And so they live in a different way of living. They're never going to get ahead. They're going to have like a 10 to 20 year lag of wealth building and being able to, say, buy a house. And so more and more millennials are actually living with their parents. They even go away and then get busted and have to come back. I don't want to embarrass anybody by asking you how many of your millennial, your young adult kids have come back to live with you, but that's our reality today. The average age of marriage has gone way up. When I was listening to my first rock and roll in the late 50s, the average age of marriage was 22. Now it's about 28 or 29. So there is like another level of adolescence. And guys, and another feature that's really changed in our world today is women now give sex away. They used to make you buy it with a ring. Now they don't anymore. Now they just hook up. And see, this is liberation for women. But the terrible downside for women is that the guys are all sitting there doing a little calculation and saying, well, if they're giving milk away, why should I buy a cow? And so they don't commit. And women wonder why men don't commit. It's because they don't have to. So there is now another level of adolescence of unmarried men in their 20s who pretty much get their sexual desires fulfilled, but they have no commitment. They don't have to commit, and so they don't. So they marry later and later and later. They also stagger around with loads of debt. And the fact is that our economy is so sluggish right now, and it's so bad that older people are working more than ever. The age of employment keeps bumping up higher. So us geezers in our 60s are not getting out of the way to make room for the young ones as rapidly, because we're looking at the way our portfolios got whacked in 2008. We're thinking, I was going to retire when I was 62. Ain't going to happen. Honey, it's going to be 65, might be 67. So we rebuild so we can retire. And all of these things conspire to slow down our kids. So our kids, millennials, do not have very good money sense in some ways. They need our counsel to help them navigate life.